Before reading, strategies 2 through 6. Before we get started, you will need your copy of the self-assessment survey of 25 good reader strategies and your copy of Mr. Pip. We've already talked about the first before reading strategy. I set a purpose for reading. Now we're going to think about the others. They are: number 2, I preview, that is, get an overview of what I'm about to read. Number 3, I activate my background knowledge. Number 4, I recognize when my background knowledge about a subject is inadequate and may interfere with my comprehension. Number 5, I know how to and do build up my background knowledge at appropriate times. And number 6, I confidently and eagerly approach reading tasks. Previewing is one of the hardest proficient reading strategies to sell students. Previewing is very simple, but it's very powerful. It takes only a few minutes, but it has an enormous payoff in increased comprehension, interest, and motivation to read. In other words, you get a big bang for the buck when you preview. The reason it works so powerfully is because it works with the brain. The brain likes to order incoming information. When you preview, you are setting up an outline into which your brain will file information as you begin to read. Trying to figure out all of that while you are reading disrupts your comprehension and makes it more difficult to do the deep processing that powerful readers enjoy. Movie producers know about this motivation factor. You have probably attended many movies because the trailers, the previews, hooked you. You can be a self-motivator by taking a few minutes to preview before you read. What do readers do when they preview? It turns out book publishers and authors know the power of previewing to hook readers, and they provide text features to help the process. Those features include cover art, claims about awards to the author and the book, excerpts from reviews and praise of the book, a brief plot summary, author's notes, information about the authors, epigraphs, and forewords. While they're looking at these things, good readers ask questions, activate background knowledge, and build background knowledge. Let's preview Mr. Pip together. We're going to look at some of those text features, and I'll think out loud about what I'm thinking as I preview. First, let's look at the front cover of the book. The scene at the top of the book makes me think of an island girl sitting on the porch of a beach house reading. Her face is in shadow. The picture is black and white, which lends an element of mystery. In contrast is a colorful bamboo at the bottom of the page, again suggesting an island setting. At the top of the cover, I see the book was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize. I know that is a very prestigious British literary award. At the bottom, I see the book won the Commonwealth Best Book Award, another very prestigious British literary award given to writers in the countries of the British Commonwealth. If I did not know what these awards were for, I could look them up very quickly on the internet by Googling those 3 search words: Booker Prize, Commonwealth Writers Prize, Best Book Award, and Commonwealth of Nations. So all of this information I've processed tells me the setting of the book is probably one of the islands of the Commonwealth of Nations, and the author, Lloyd Jones, is probably one of those nations. Is probably from one of those nations. It also tells me the book is well written, of high literary quality. Now let's consider the title, Mr. Pip. The name is unusual and suggests a strong central character of the book. But the picture at the top is an island girl, so I wonder at the relationship of the two. Now let's look at the back cover of the book. The top half offers a brief summary of the plot. Let's read the first paragraph together. On a copper-rich tropical island shattered by war, where the teachers have fled with almost everyone else, Only one white man chooses to stay behind, the eccentric Mr. Watts, object of much curiosity and scorn, who sweeps out the ruined schoolhouse and begins to read to the children each day from Charles Dickens' classic Great Expectations. On a copper-rich island. I was right. The setting is an island. I learn more about it. Copper-rich probably means copper is mined there, and I learn that it is shattered by war. I learn of a central male character named Mr. Watts. Eccentric means he's unusual in behavior. Now I recognize the Pip in Mr. Pip. Pip is the central character in Great Expectations. Charles Dickens is one of my very favorite authors. It's been a long time since I read that book. I'll read it again or find a plot summary to refresh my memory. I expect the book to refer to it at least some. Now my question about the girl in the central male character is answered. It's a student and teacher relationship. Now let's read the second paragraph together. So begins this rare original story about the abiding strength that imagination, once ignited, can provide. As artillery echoes in the mountains, 13-year-old Matilda and her peers are riveted by the adventures of a young orphan named Pip in a city called London, a city whose contours soon become more real than their own blighted landscape. But in a ravaged place where even children are forced to live by their wits, and daily survival is the only objective, imagination can be a dangerous thing. Now I know the girl on the front cover must be Matilda, and she's possibly reading as an escape from the terrible things going on around her. There's a clear suggestion that the book has a strong element of realism. As I skim the excerpts of praise for the book at the bottom half of the back cover, these words stand out. Poignant. That means emotionally moving. The phrase, characters dance believably. That means strong, well-developed characters, my favorite element of literature. That's why Dickens is one of my favorite authors. The phrase, sheer magic, suggests the book is captivating. The phrase, brave and fierce writer, suggests the author writes about profound, universal themes. I'm hooked. Let's turn to the first page inside the book. I see here at the top the book has won several other prizes. This is more evidence of literary quality. Skimming the excerpts from reviews in praise of the book, I see that Bougainville is the island. I don't know where that is. I'll have to research a bit. I also see that the author is from New Zealand. I bet Bougainville is somewhere in that region of the world, but I'll still look it up for sure. Often these excerpts reveal some of the themes in the book. Several of these mention the power of storytelling, imagination, and art as themes. Violence and horror are also mentioned. The theme of black and white race relations is also suggested. So my impression that the author writes about profound themes is confirmed. I can expect to be moved and surprised. I'm more hooked than ever. As I turn a few more pages, I see the author has provided an epigraph. It's the page right before the first paragraph of the book. An epigraph is a quotation, usually at the beginning of a literary work, that suggests the theme of the book. Good readers always read and reflect on the meaning of an epigraph, but know that they probably won't fully understand why the author chose it until after they finish the book. It's a final pleasure of finishing a book. This one is very short and says, Characters Migrate, and is by Umberto Eco. Migrate means to move from one place to another. Can characters in a book move from one place to another? The character of Pip is moving from London of the 1800s to the tropical island of modern times. He is moving from one culture to another. He is moving from one book to another. What comes to your mind when you think of that phrase, characters migrate? Now refer to your survey of strategies that good readers use. You will see that while we were previewing, by looking at and thinking about some of the text features, we were also using strategy number 3, activating our background knowledge. Strategy number 4, recognizing when our background knowledge might be inadequate and knowing how to build it up. And number 5, actually building up our background knowledge. Now we can start reading the book with a great deal of anticipation. I am confident and eager to begin reading the book. Strategy 6. I expect to be introduced to the teacher and the student, Matilda, right away. I will expect to find out about the war raging on the island. So I'm armed with an overview of the book. Now let's start reading.